Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Today, there is a little bit of a change in the weather, and you can see that already out on the coast. Take a look. Got a lot of cloud coverage out there on the 4 cameras out over the coastal areas. It's totally covered, and there's a little bit of clouds inland, but those are going to be still just pretty sparse for most of the day here until we see a wave of cloud coverage arrive sometime into the afternoon, and that's because there's a cold front on the way, but it's not a very powerful one. Look at those temperatures. We're sitting at about 50 degrees, pretty widespread right now, and it's actually sort of hilariously warm compared to yesterday morning. I've got this 24-hour temperature comparison here, and we are up on average about 8 degrees from yesterday morning. So it is a toasty morning out here, but the back half of the day is going to be cooler by about 8 to 10 degrees from yesterday, which still puts us at a pretty comfortable position somewhere in the 70s for most areas inland. Over the coast, that is not going to be the case. They'll stay somewhere in the upper 50s. Not going to be seeing 60 degrees out there for today. Just too much cloud coverage out in that area. And actually even some chances for some showers coming in tonight too, but they are very, very weak if they actually do arrive. So here is the position of the cold front right now. If you need me to point it out, it's the yellow line right there. That's moving inland right now, and it's going pretty quick. That is definitely going to pass through today, and with that, we'll see our conditions change a little bit. But like I said, it's a pretty weak cold front, so it doesn't do a whole lot as far as actually knocking our temperatures down or putting us into a different position. We are still going to be in a pretty sunny and summery atmosphere for another 2 days after this. So don't worry, it's not going to be cloudy all the way through the rest of the week here. Now, with the change coming in here, you'll see we have a southwest wind in the upper atmosphere now. Yesterday it was totally from the north, so we're getting a lot more moisture coming in now. And down close to the surface, even more important, a completely west wind for today, while it was completely east yesterday. So again, just another moisture source getting pushed in. So I'm going to go through the stormcast quick here. Basically what we're looking at is just clouds streaming in through the day, mostly high clouds until we get into the afternoon, and then you see this wall starting to arrive here. That is going to be the front arriving. That's what brings us our heavier cloud coverage as we get later into the afternoon. So full clouds over the valley by about 3:30, and then it gets cloudier after that, slight rain chances into the evening. 7-day forecast will show you we've got, again, some nicer conditions all the way into Friday, and then things sag down into cooler and wetter starting Sunday. Same thing for the Umpqua Basin. Still back into 80 by Friday, but the weekend's going to be in the 60s. Cascade passes are dry until Sunday, and then we've got chances of rain and snow for a couple days in the 40s. Willamette Valley, similar pattern, getting wet and cool Saturday.